Welcome to another adventure in Grandma Rose's kitchen.
Y'all, yesterday I did a pork pozole verde. I think that's the way you say it. I don't know. But anyway, and this is another, I made a tomato basil soup that Jill sent me. This is another one of her recipes. She called it Pico De Gallo. I call it salsa, but I think the real term is Pico de Gallo. Now I'm going to change hers around a little bit because, and it's going to be a bowl full. It's a lot, but we love salsa, so we'll eat it all in a few days. But you use like 10 or 12 Roma tomatoes. I didn't have that many, but I had some tomatillos.
Oh my.
And we love tomatillos. We love it. So I am mixing my tomatillos and my Romas together. And it's a kind of a chunky, it's going to be a chunky salsa or pico de gallo.
Jill's going to say, there you go, Grandmama, changing my recipe.
So I've got my little chopper, and then she did all of hers by hand. And you have to dice it really, really, really fine. But she doesn't have one of these nifty little choppers. She gave me this about 20 years ago, and she had it probably 15 years. So I'm going to chop mine in this, so it's going to be a little loud. And I may not do the whole chopping bit on camera, but let me tell you what's in it. It's 6 to 12 Roma tomatoes, but I'm using half Roma and half tomatillos. 3 jalapeños, she said with seeds. These are extremely hot jalapeños, so I'm going to leave one with seeds, and I've got some chopped up right here. I took the seeds out of, no, she said 6 jalapenos. I'm only going to do 4. I've got 3 in here, and then I've got this one. I'm going to leave the seeds in this one.
She's braver than we are.
She's braver than we are, yes. Okay, now the juice of 4 limes. I only have 1 lime, but I have lime juice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to juice this one, see how much juice is in this lime, and then I'll know how much more to add to it. Okay. 1 bunch of cilantro. We are not that fond of cilantro, and this is to your taste, so I'm probably not going to put this whole bunch in. I'm probably going to put maybe half of it. 1 red pepper, 1 yellow pepper. I've got those cut up right here. I'm going to do them in my chopper. 1 medium red onion. I did not have red onion, so I'm going to have to do the white or yellow onion. 1 can of rotel. I'm not sure I'm going to put the rotel in it. We'll see when I get to that point. Garlic powder to taste. You can put fresh garlic if you like. And it takes a good bit of salt. I've got that. And if you want to, just a little smidgen of sugar or your natural sweeteners like I've got here. So that is the ingredients in it. And with it switched around, really the only thing, and I've got a poblano pepper that I'm going to put in it because I had it and I need to use it. So the only switch up I'm doing is I'm not putting quite as many jalapenos, and I'm doing half tomatillos and half of the Roma. So I'm about to turn this on. Roy told me yesterday, honey, you say fixing too much. So you have to get your little chopper just right. Now you don't want to chop it so much that it just turns to mush. But as you can you see that, baby?
I can.
Okay, about like that, or ever how you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of it, these tomatillos are a little tougher, the skin on them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick the ones out that didn't. And if you put a little bit too much in here, it won't chop it. But that's good because we love chunky salsa. So you can either do it in your little processor or you can do it by hand. Ever how you want to do it, that's just up to you. Ever how y'all like it. If you like it smooth, you can do it smooth. If you like it chunky, just leave it chunky. Okay, now, let me do this one. I can always tell if it's not in there right because my lid won't go on it. See? Perfect.
Nice.
Jill said, Mom, you got that little chopper. You probably won't have to do yours by hand, and I'm not. So, that's perfect. Okay, there's another little, okay, I didn't get that one.
You know, I bet you could get a battery-operated little chopper now.
Oh, I'm sure they're rechargeable. Yeah, they have rechargeable ones. And now I've washed all of my veggies already. So, okay. I'm trying to keep up with, I'm going to use all the Romas. And then I'll see about my tomatillos. Okay. I didn't have those others chopped. You have to chop them pretty fine in this little thing. All right. I love this little thing. I use it almost every day. Almost every day I use it. Saves me a lot of chopping. Okay. Alright. I'm going to do another tomatillo. Then I'm going to do some of my peppers. I'm going to do the rest of these tomatillos in here. But, okay, there's my Romas. And I'll do poblano pepper in with that. And I'll do some jalapeno. And let's see how that works. Sometimes your pepper skins are a little bit tougher than your tomato. Okay. Ooh. That's good. Ooh,
That is looking good to me.
Man, I smell that pepper. I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Are you going to chop all this on camera?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Before I put this jalapeno in with the seeds, I'm going to finish chopping this, and I'm going to chop my sweet peppers and my onions here, and then I'm going to taste of it, and I'm going to see if it needs the heat. If it does, I'll put this jalapeno in, but I've already got like 3 or 4 jalapenos in here, seeded. So I'm going to finish chopping this up, and then I'll bring you back and show you how we're going to season it, and we're going to taste of it for you. Okay, I decided not to use that jalapeno with the seeds. So I've got 4 jalapenos in here that have been seeded because Roy and I we can't do he can do it better than I can, but we can't do the hot stuff. Now, in Jill, she said use garlic powder, but we have, what do you call these, honey?
It's just a spring garlic shoot.
It's a spring garlic shoot.
We have garlic growing wild in our field.
Yeah.
Big clumps of them, and so we can just go harvest them like spring onions.
Yeah. And so I don't know how much to put in there because I've never used it.
The whole thing.
The whole thing?
Because it's very mild. It's sweet.
Okay. It's a cross between a onion and a garlic. It's really, really good. We've never gathered it before. So, and in here I've got cilantro, I've got some more red and yellow peppers, and I've got my garlic. So, I'll roll this up. Now, in this little thing, it's not chopping these oregano stems. This is so little, I have to stop it and press it down some, get it off the sides. That's what happens when you don't have your blade in right. Okay, it's going to take a little bit to chop that cilantro up, because it's a little tough. Okay. Got it. All right. Now, I've got I didn't chop, that was a big onion, and it's supposed to be like a medium onion. So I didn't chop the whole thing because we tasted and it was had plenty of onion in it.
We'll taste that and see if that was enough garlic flavor,
Okay.
because it may not be.
Yeah.
Because that stalk is real mild.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stir it up really well. Man, this looks good. It is good. It's already good, and we don't even have the salt and the lime in it. Okay. I can smell that cilantro.
This looks like a lot, but it just disappears around here.
It does.
Now, for keto fans, we eat it with meat skins.
Yes.
And
we
also zero carb keto bread that's made by Mission. And Rose and I love it.
I'm going to show it to him in a
Okay,
minute.
highly recommend it to you.
If you love cilantro, you can put two bunches in it, but Roy and I just like a hint of it, so that one bunch of cilantro was perfect. It was just right. Now,
How about your garlic?
you can't taste it that much.
Right, it's
Then I'm
not
gonna-
very strong.
I'm gonna put a little-
It's sweeter than it is strong.
I'm going to put a little garlic powder in it. Garlic powder is stronger anyway. Your dried herbs and spices are stronger than your fresh ones. So when you're using dried, it doesn't take as much as it does. If it calls for a teaspoon of fresh basil or fresh garlic, it won't take quite as much of your powder or the dried ones as it does the fresh ones. All right, now I'm going to see how much. This was a really, really small lime. I'm going to see how much juice is in it, and it's not much juice in it at all because it's so small. And I've had it a few days, so it kind of got hard. Okay, but I want to measure and see how much, because I think she said what, 4 limes? Yeah, 4 limes.
Are you going to put any zest at all in it?
No. Mm-mm.
Nope.
No, just juice. And she said the lime juice makes it. So,
Okay.
all right. Let me see how much was in there. Ooh, that was a tablespoon. So I'm going to put 3 more tablespoons of, now this is real lime juice right here. So I'm going to put 3 more tablespoons. 1, 2.
And then a little more because those were small.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, while I'll go ahead and put my salt. I'm going to start out with, this is pink Himalayan salt. I'm going to start out with 1 teaspoon. I'm probably going to have to add another because there's absolutely no salt in here. Okay, I think I about got it all. Goodness. This is so good, y'all. Oh! That lime juice, man. That lime juice made it. It's got enough salt. That
You
one
sure you don't need some lime zest in it, darling?
No, I do not.
Remember I used that tangerine zest that time in the cake.
I know.
The dogs left home for a week.
Okay, I'll taste again. That is perfect. Okay, honey.
Okay?
Now, Jill said if you wanted to, and hers, she used a smidgen of sugar, which was like 1 teaspoon. I don't think I'm going to put any, or natural sweetener. I'm going to let Roy taste of this. I don't think I'm going to put any in mine, because we don't like our salsa. Isn't that good?
Woo!
Man.
Shazam!
That is so good. I don't think it needs any sweetener,
Woo!
do you?
That needs eating.
Do you think it needs sweetener?
Well, for some people, a little bit of A little bit would be good, but
Do you
no.
want some?
No, it's
I
fine.
got it out if you do.
No.
I can put a teaspoon
Well,
in
you
there.
can sprinkle a little in it.
Okay.
But
I got
that,
Okay.
that is real eating
Here's
right
a
there.
teaspoon. All right. Now this is just 1 teaspoon of natural sweetener, or you can use sugar.
You know what that is? That's garden in a bowl salsa.
Yes.
Because it's got the whole garden in it.
It sure does. Wow. All right, now I'm going to show you how I will eat it. Let me get all this out of the way.
Woo. I got a piece of jalapeno zest.
I know. I did too early. That's the reason I said. And I am not going to put the rotel tomatoes in it. I'm just going to leave it fresh like this. All right, now, let me finish stirring it up real well. Y'all, this is so good.
Now listen up if you're keto,
Roy
because you're going to
mentioned.
like this.
Now, it's not gluten-free. It's keto, but it's not gluten-free. Now, this is, let me get it out for you.
You can get it at Walmart.
I just found it the other day. It's Mission, M-I-S-S-I-O-N, makes it. It's stuck together. But it's 0 carb, sun-dried tomato and basil
Oh my.
tortillas.
Good with sandwiches.
What I do is I put just a little bit of oil in a frying pan because I don't like them raw. And I fry them and they puff up and they get real crunchy. That's how I eat mine. They have the sun-dried tomato. Honey, I'm going to get another.
Yeah, get the other kind. Then they have the plain.
Uh,
And when she says raw, it's not like
this is
it's
it.
really
This is a
raw.
better. That's a better. Can you get that?
Yeah,
That's it. And they're called street tacos.
it's more like a piece of bread
Yeah.
like this.
But it's
Street tacos
street tacos.
by Mission.
Yeah. And they're 0 carbs.
They are
It
the
has
best.
7 carbs, but it has 7 grams of fiber, which you take your fiber from your carbs, and it leaves you with 0 carbs. Now, they have the original, and they have the sun-dried tomato. Now,
I'll take the sun-dried tomato, and you take the.
sun-dried tomato is so good. And let me tell y'all what, I'll do that on another video. I'm going to do a whole video on this and how I use it to make different things.
You're not going to do the cinnamon toast part.
I am.
Oh my!
All right, I'm gonna put some salsa or Pico De Gallo. Is that what that says? Yeah. In here, and I'm gonna take my 0 carb port rinds.
You can hear that, Grandmama.
Wow.
You can hear that goodness going down.
Talk about healthy.
Woo. That looks so good, honey.
Now,
Wow.
I'm gonna let Roy.
You just call the neighbors when you get this done.
It's great for
Doesn't that look
snacks.
good?
It's great. Yeah, I'm gonna let Roy do his with the. I'm gonna take the camera.
The
left.
March Madness games,
Oh, okay. See, what
which is
that?
going on right now. The
Is that basketball?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
All right.
Okay, Roy.
That sounded so good, I'm going
Hold
to
it.
check it.
Hold. All right. Okay.
All right.
All right. He's gonna try it with the meat. Good, isn't it? Delicious. That is the best salsa. Or the best Pico De Gallo.
That's foot stomping good.
Yeah. All right. Now.
Hold it.
Oh, I am.
Let me show you. You can do this with meat dishes, vegetable dishes, tacos.
Instead of a corn taco shell, or floured, you can do it with this. And
This is a vegetarian taco.
like I say, it's not gluten free, but it is 0 carb.
I better get over here.
Isn't that good? Use your favorite chip, whatever you like. It's just dripping off your hands, baby.
I know. What if you have a plate?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Either way.
Thank y'all for joining me.
That's a winner, folks.
Now, that is our salsa, and it is so, so good. Y'all have got to make this. This is delicious. And I love the tomatillos in it. Love them. It gives it a little different flavor. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. And Roy and I just may eat this for lunch. I don't know.
Well, that's good.
It is good. Love y'all. Remember, food feeds the family. Family feeds the heart. God feeds the soul. And remember, share this video. I'm Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. That's the name of my channel.